Hello guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be going over a Sandaconda V deck. But before I get into this deck, please remember to hit the subscribe button and like this video for more future PTCGO content. Yeah, let's get into this deck. So Sandaconda V, it's a basic Pokemon with 220 health. It's pretty good. Being a fighting type is also pretty good in this format because of Pikarom and and toxicity, so you hit them for weakness. And this Pokemon has pretty good attacks. Sand Eater for one fighting energy for 30 damage. Attach a fighting energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and Sand Breath for 3 energy. You're hitting 220 damage, and you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Now, obviously, this card alone is not good. We combo it with Coalossal, with its ability Tar Generator. Once during your turn, you may attach a fire energy card, of a fighting energy card, or one of each from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. So when your Sandaconda uses Sand Breath to discard these 2 energies, you can use Coalossal to just put the energies back on in the following turn. Having 1 Coalossal in place, like all you need, but having 2 in my testing is like having unlimited energies all over the board. It's really good once you get set up. We play Diancie Prism Star to boost the damage to 240 damage. Because hitting harder is never a bad thing. And we play 3 Jirachis to find the rare candies and to help find tools we need. And 1 Dedenne-GX, just in case we ever get stuck, we can unbrick ourselves using Dedenne-GX's Dedenne Change ability. Now, of course, every single Sandaconda V list, I believe, should play text for matchups. So, we play 1 Ninetales V for Ninetales Shapeshifter. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. So, against Zacian, we can choose to use their Brave Blade attack, or just against any other hard-hitting Pokemon, we can use their attacks for just 3 energy. And even Flamethrower for 4 energy, 180 damage. If we're playing against the new Rillaboom VMAX, we can one-shot them, which is really good. So Ninetales V, pretty optimal. And another really interesting card I am playing is this Entei. I was planning on playing Baby Buzzwole, but then I played against a list on ladder that played Entei, and I thought it was really unique. So for 1 fire energy, for 1 colorless, Rally Back. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack during their last turn, this attack does 90 more damage. So the primary reason we played this is because we one-shot Zacian using Entei, which is super good because you're taking a knockout using a 1-prizer, and they have to find a Gust if they want to take out a Sandaconda. So yeah, Entei is just really good against metal, and just in general, if we're wanting to hit damage. We play 1 Cramorant. This is because when I played this deck, it was always feeling like it was missing something, and I feel like Cramorant really fills the void. Because using Spit Shot, discarding all energy from this Pokemon and hitting 160 anywhere, you can one-shot Dedenne for the win. It combos really well with Tar Generator, and I think Cramorant is like secretly is our secret weapon in this deck. It's really strong. It has been really strong in my testing. And onto our trainer cards, we play 2 Evolution Incense to find Coalossals, 1 Great Catcher, and again, we don't play any Boss's Order. I don't really feel like it's necessary. It doesn't really feel good as a supporter, and we do have to constantly find Sandacondas because Pokemon in this format tend to be able to hit 220 damage, so we just don't play Boss's Orders. We just opt for 1 Great Catcher, and when we are playing Cramorant, Boss's Orders is not really necessary. 1 Ordinary Rod, just in case we ever do need to recover some attackers. 2 Pokemon Communication to find any Pokemon we need. 4 Quick Ball like any other deck. 4 Rare Candies because we're playing a Stage 2 deck. 3 Switches. I did play 4 Switches. It didn't really feel necessary. 3 switches with 3 Jirachi feels pretty optimal. 3 Martial Arts Dojo to hit harder in general, and if you're behind in prizes, it can really be the comeback maker. 4 Cynthia in research. 8 draw supporters, really strong for this deck. 2 escape boards for your Jirachis to help them retreat once you use the Stellar Wish ability, and 8 fighting energy and 4 fire energy to just power up Coalossal's attack. And yeah, that is the deck, and let's get into some games. Alright, so hopping into our first match against Black Angel 61220. Good luck to him. And here we with this deck, we normally do want to go first, but going second is never really bad for us because we do want to attack using Sandaconda V Sandeater. It's never really a bad thing, and this is a pretty strong starting hand. We're not going to bench Sandaconda because of 2 reasons. One, it gives our opponent knowledge of what we're playing, and second, if they play Fion, they can gust it up, and we won't be able to use Jirachi's Stellar Wish ability. So that is the reasoning behind that. Let's see what our opponent is playing. A Super Scoop Up rid of. That's very interesting. We don't normally see Super Scoop Up in the format anymore. So it is going to be this Nom Grab. So it looks like we are playing against some Water Box deck. Might be Inteleon, might not be. No idea what our opponent is playing. There's a Marnie from our opponent. That is fine, and they're just going to bench this Nom and pass to us. We're gonna attach this skateboard to Jirachi. We're gonna bench Sandaconda, attach a fighting energy, and we're just gonna Cynthia here. Draw some cards. A quick ball is really good. It's gonna help us find our Rolycoly. And we do play a 3-1-3 line of Rolycoly, Carkoal, and Coalossal. 4-2-4 is a bit too clunky for my liking. All of our rare candies are here. We priced 1 switch. Alright. So here we're just gonna grab the Rolycoly. We're gonna Stellar Wish for we can leave the switch in the deck because I'm pretty sure we're about to get Marnied. So if we do get Marnied, we want the switch to be in deck because we're going to promote Sandaconda and use Sandeater, and we do want to get retreat into Jirachi and use Stellar Wish again. So that's the reasoning behind that. I guess we can put down Martial Arts Dojo. It's not really relevant. They could play Chaotic Swell, but I don't really know what Stadium's water decks could play right now. I don't mind throwing it down just to get it out of the deck. And here we will Sandeater for 40 damage. And if our opponent somehow, I don't think they can, but if they somehow knock out Sandaconda, we will be in a lot of trouble. But ideally here we are sitting in a pretty good spot. We got the turn 1 Rolycoly down, which is ideally all you want. There's a Crushing Camera from our opponent. There's a Pokemon Catcher. So it looks like they're trying to buy some time or just knock out our Rolycoly. Either way, there's merit. There's Marnie. So let's see if we can hit that switch I was talking about. That's not a switch, and it looks like we will be losing a rare candy, unfortunately, if we do not top deck Evolution Incense, Pokemon Communication, or Coalossal himself. There's an Inteleon, as I was talking about. So let's see what our opponent decides to do. There's a Training Court. What? There's a Super Scoop Up. It's Tails, fortunately for us. There's Frosmoths. They're going to power up this Inteleon. Let's see if they're going to retreat. And no, it is just a pass from our opponent. Pretty fortunate for us. There's a Diancie, not a bad top deck, but we were looking for something else. So here we will research, and we do whiff the rare candy, unfortunately. But fortunately, we do have turn 3 Coalossal. Definitely. Or do we really want to? I guess not. So here we will attach to. Oh, we actually knock him out using Ram. I just realized that. Okay, that's super good for us. So here we'll hold on to Carkoal. We don't really need to bench any of this, and here we'll just ram our opponent for the knockout. That's pretty good. Definitely wasn't thinking about that possibility. So here they will promote Inteleon. It looks, they benched, and here's a Marnie from our opponent. That's fine. Our hand was okay. And here, no rare candy or draw supporter. It's not looking great for us here. But there's a switch. That is pretty good news for us. Let's see if we can get attack this turn. So they do decide to charge up this Inteleon. So if they have an energy in hand, they can retreat and use Aqua Report. But I wouldn't really do that if I was them, in case that would not be an ideal move for our opponent. There's a Pokemon catcher for Tails. Are they really gonna retreat? Why would they do this? There's an Aqua Report, but if we get the energy and knock them out, they're in big trouble. So let's see here if we can get an energy somehow. Let's see. So right now, I think there's a quick ball that can get us a Dedenne if it is in deck. I didn't check. I don't think I saw a Dedenne the first time I checked. So here, let's quick ball. Let's see. And Dedenne is in deck. Okay, so let's just grab Dedenne to be safe. So here, if we get rare candy off of this Stellar Wish, we can rare candy into Coalossal using the Pokemon communication to find the Coalossal and knock them out. That's not a rare candy, so we'll just leave it in deck. That's fine. We can drop the escape board on Diancie. And here we'll just Dedenne our hand. And let's see if we can find that fighting energy that we desperately need. There is a fire energy. We'll attach that to get it into the discard pile. We will get out Carkoal, evolve it. We will quick ball away the fire energy. That's fine, and we can get out just another Rolycoly is fine. So here we're gonna bench this Rolycoly, and here we will take the knockout against our opponent's Inteleon. Inteleon V. I do think it was a misplay for them to come up and attack us, but nonetheless, here we do manage to punish them for this. And here, let's see if we can get a draw supporter off of our prize cards. That would be definitely ideal. There's a fighting energy and a switch. Switch is pretty good. It can get us hopefully out of Coalossal. And here we're just sitting in a really good position right now. I highly doubt. And there's the concession from our opponent. As you can see, the speed and consistency from this deck really pays off. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next game. Alright guys, so hopping into our second game against Baton. It looks like he's playing something dark, but you never really know. Let's call heads. Let's see if we win this coin flip. We do. So we will decide to go first. It is a bit risky, but let's see. And here, I think we start Sandaconda. That's fine. And we will Pokemon communication away Sandaconda because we don't want to reveal the Entei. It's sort of like a secret weapon like Cramorant, and we do want to get out a Rolycoly to start off this game. So here our opponent is playing Marshadow and Machamp. That's very strange. It looks like that is a very interesting tech. That could be a potential tech for this deck, but I do feel like being a 3-prizer is a bit risky to play. So here we will shuffle back in Carkoal, get out Rolycoly, attach to the Sandaconda, and just pass for the turn. And let's see what our opponent can get going for them. It looks like it might be a mirror. I'm not entirely sure. There's a Pokegear. Fail. So there's a Marnie from our opponent. Our hand wasn't that strong. That's fine with me. And this hand is even worse. Okay. We can evolve into Carkoal. We can attach to the Sandaconda and just Sand Eater. We don't have anything going for us. This is not looking great. That Marnie definitely negatively impacted us. Not gonna lie. So there's a Pokegear. Please Marnie. Please Marnie us again. There's the greens. So it does look like our opponent is playing some greens deck with Marshadow and Machamp. Definitely a very unusual deck. Was not expecting this, but let's just see how this game goes down. So currently we are in top deck mode. A green deck with Marnie, you never really see that. There's a quick ball from our opponent, getting rid of Tool Scrapper. Was that a Malamar? That is a what? What is this deck? Okay. So there is the Jirachi top deck. That's pretty good. So here we will attach the escape board to Sandaconda and hopefully draw a draw supporter off of this. And there's an Evolution Incense. Okay, that's not bad. So we can get out. I'm not sure if I was offered a quick ball or not. If I was, I definitely should have taken that and gotten Dedenne, but I can't really remember. So here, we will tar generator to our Sandaconda, and hope they don't knock out our Jirachi and just pass. Hopefully our Jirachi can get us a quick ball or a draw supporter to get an attack into this Marshadow and Machamp. And if we do get off the necessary materials like Diancie and what's the stadium, the thing that buffs our damage by 10, we can take a knockout against this Marshadow and Machamp, which would definitely be ideal. So it does look like our opponent is playing some kind of wacky combo deck that I don't know about. There's an attachment to Malamar. That's fine. Bench another Malamar. There's a Malamar V Max, and there's just a pass. It looks like they're stuck as well. We will take the Cynthia, most definitely. And let's see if we can get an attack against this Marshadow and Machamp and start applying pressure to our opponent. And it looks like we whiffed a lot of stuff here. We whiffed the switch, unfortunately, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll just pass over to our opponent. And we do wake up, so next turn we can just attach the fire energy and manually retreat. There's another Malamar V Max from our opponent. There's a counter gain, and there's the greens exploration. Okay, but I'm not really sure how our opponent's going to utilize this counter gain. Do they play Miss Magius? And even if they do play Miss Magius, they can't really use it right now. There's the research in the switch. Okay, they're getting somewhere. So I do have a feeling it's just gonna be a pass from our opponent. If they did play down that, there's nothing our opponent can really do right now, so I'm expecting a pass from our opponent here. I don't know what's taking them so long. So Malamar VMAX can max jammer us, the attack's right there. But other than that, it can't even one-shot our Sandaconda, so we're not really in trouble. So here we can bench Entei because we don't want to use it, and here we can research away everything. Nothing really too useful. And we do get the knockout against our opponent's Marshadow and Machamp. That is super good for us. So here we can quick ball away probably a fire energy, that's fine. And get out Diancie. And so here we're hitting 240, 250. Actually no, 240 is enough to knock out our opponent. I don't know what my math was. But since we have the switch in hand, we can Stellar Wish. We don't really need to take any of this right now, and I don't really want to lose any of it because we have research in our hand. You will play the switch into Sandaconda. Is there any way, is our math correct? 240 plus 230. So if my math is correct, we do knock him out. We do, okay. So currently we're sitting in a really good spot. They can't one-shot us using Malamar VMAX. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. So we know they have a research in their hand. Um, and I can tell that they weren't really expecting us to knock them out because they didn't. Because they grabbed the switch. There is a unit energy. Okay, so our opponent is playing. So it looks like Marshadow and Machamp was just a tech, and they had a really poor start. There's a counter gain to the Malamar. So they are going to Max Jammer, probably back in my professor's research. And there's a Misdreavus. Okay, so this is a Misdreavus deck. But with Marshadow and Machamp is a really interesting tech because you can attach this unit energy and counter gain and use revenge, but I don't know if that's like really the best idea. I don't know how I feel about that. So here, wait, what did they shuffle back in? Did we just top deck another research? Oh, I can't remember. But here we will Evolution Incense out. Oh, we don't have Carkoal. Did we discard it early on? No. Okay, so our Carkoal is prized. That's fine. We'll just fail this. And is there anything we can thin? We can thin out the Jirachi. That's a good idea. And yeah, just research this hand away, draw some more cards, and do we even really? Okay, so it's basic fighting energy, but I highly doubt they play basic fighting energy because they do play the unit energy. So we do just want to hit them as hard as we can, and we can play the ordinary rods. I don't see why not. So here we can just shuffle 2 Pokemon back. No, we want 2 Sandacondas. That's fine. We can Tar Generator. And here we're going to hit our opponent for 250 damage. And here you can really just see the power of Sandaconda. We're a basic Pokemon, and we basically hit as hard as Zacian V, which is like a really strong Pokemon. And just like Zacian, we have Diancie and we have martial arts, so it's basically like Zacian V with Arceus Dialga Palkia GX attack. So yeah, Sandaconda is really strong as a basic Pokemon and being able to hit really hard. So yeah, so here we do draw Ninetales V off the prizes. So here our opponent is looking for probably a reset stamp. I would not doubt it. So I'm pretty sure here they will retreat into this Malamar VMAX and swing into us. That would be definitely be their line of play, and it looks like they are setting up another Malamar V. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's their only line of play, and it looks like they will be grabbing the stamp. So here we will be sort of handlocked. Boss's order. So it looks like they will be KOing our Coalossal. That's not. Oh no, they can't because they played greens. Okay, but our Colossal's gonna go down next turn. So here they will retreat into Malamar and they will shuffle back in our research. Did they not just play greens? Oh no, they played Surge. Okay, that makes sense. So here our opponent will be knocking out our Coalossal. Well played. Let's see if we can hit anything off of this Stellar Wish to get us back into this game. This is turning out to be really intense, I won't lie. There's a rare candy, that's not it. And here we do grab a Cynthia, super clutch draw. We will attach this fighting energy to thin the deck, and we will shuffle our hand into our deck, draw some cards, and there is the rare candy Coalossal combo that we were looking for. If we cram them, we do just win the game here. So here, I think we just sit and pass. We can't retreat our Jirachi, unfortunately. If they have another boss's order, that's just unfortunate. So here, I think our line of, but they could just boss's order up our Cramorant and like hit it hard. So I'm not sure if I really want to bench it or not. Okay, so here we can discard our Sandaconda. Go for another Rolycoly. We still have 2 candies in the deck, so we will just grab another Rolycoly just in case they do boss's order up our stuff. And here they do have the option of either shuffling back in our Dedenne or Cramorant. I'm pretty sure they'll go for the Dedenne, but either way, it doesn't feel ideal for them. There's a counter gain to the Mischievous. That's fine. Let's see what our opponent can do. If they hit us with another stamp, we're in trouble. If they boss this order again, we're in trouble. Definitely a very interesting comeback from our opponent. There's just the Max Jammer, however. Let's see what they shuffle back in. They do shuffle back in the Dedenne. So if we top deck an energy, we do win the game. Let's see if we do. There's a rare candy, not the energy we were looking for, unfortunately. But here we can just tar generator. Smack the fire energy here, smack the energy onto Cramorant. And I highly doubt they play Mew, and we will just Sand Breath our opponent. So even though we are in a lock, a hand lock against our opponent, we still have the ability to swing. If they pull out another boss's order, we are in trouble, but we can go for the beat catch if they do so. So it looks like they are going to use another Mismagius. That's okay, it makes sense. We will take a prize card. There's a fighting energy, okay. Let's see if they do get another boss's order. There's a power plant, okay. There's another Malamar VMAX. Let's see if there is the boss's order from our opponent, and they will take the knockout. Okay, so this one is getting really close here. They will probably shuffle back in the... They don't shuffle back in the rare candy. That is definitely a misplay from our opponent. Because if we do top... That's... Okay. I was going to say, if we do top that Coalossal, we do win the game. So that was definitely a misplay from our opponent. So here, we do want to go for Research in Cynthia to hopefully secure the game for us. They are down 2 bosses order, so we are sitting in a pretty good spot. If they bosses order up our Rolycoly, we will have to manually charge up our Cramorant, but I think we have the time for that. So let's see if our opponent... There's a Marnie, okay. That's fine. And there is oh my goodness. Okay. This is getting really bad for us here. I'm not sure if we can win anymore. So here they will probably shuffle back into Dojo. That would make the most sense to me. They shuffle back into Dedenne. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so here we have to hope our opponent is out of boss's orders. Otherwise, if they're not, we just lose. We will play the Martial Arts Dojo. We will retreat into Entei here to hopefully buy some time, attach the Cramorant, and just pass to our opponent. And hopefully here we can top deck a draw supporter, even though it's pretty unlikely. There's an Evolution Incense, okay. That's fine. Let's just hope they don't play a third boss's orders, because if they do, we will be taking it out. There's a Max Jammer, which is good news for us. They will probably shuffle back in the energy, however. This is getting really close. Let's promote the Diancie. There's a Pokemon communication. That's not it. So if we don't top deck anything next turn, we do just lose the game. There's another Max Jammer. They will probably shuffle back into Pokemon communication. Yep. And it looks like we will be taking an L here. Let's see if we can top deck the Dedenne, draw supporter, and I think there's a research. Okay, our last redemption is here. Can we draw what we need? Oh no, it looks like we will just come short of winning the game. What can we do here? But we do have some tanks we can run to. So here, let's see. So they will shuffle back in Cynthia next turn. I still think we just lose here. I don't know if there's anything we can do. Jirachi is dead automatically. We whiff our Evolution Incense. That's unfortunate. So here I think we just have to just tank with Ninetales for a turn and hope for the best. That's all we can do. We do have 2 switch left in deck. So let's see what we can pull off here. There's a greens. If they have boss's orders, it's basically game over. Yeah, Malamar V, it's a really good deck. There's a great catcher. That's not gonna be enough. There's a stamp from our opponent to 1. Oh no, there's a quick ball. We really need a top deck, a draw supporter now. We have like 2 left in deck, 3 left in deck. Let's see if we can hit it. And there's a Jirachi, and it looks like we will be taking an L against this wacky Malamar V Max deck. A little unfortunate, but I believe we showcased the power of Sandaconda V. That's going to be the game, and that's going to be the video for today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.